Yeah. Yeah. I'm honoured to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think December 19th is going to be crazy though. I think the centre's going to be like buzzing, just crazy energy in the room. I think it's really good. So now, remember I took a year out of the game to refresh because I was just piling on more and more baggage. I just feel fresh, I feel rejuvenated. It wasn't like I took the year out in vain. I had a purpose and now I'm just living. No, you look great. I feel good, man. I feel good. I've been training hard. I'm close to the weight that I need to be at for the fight. I feel good. He's done me a favour. Walking around bulky and heavy, I feel quick. I feel amazing. So I'm looking forward to the fight. That's why I'm just vibing right now. I think he is a smart operator. I think he's managed to put a good team around him to help him achieve his wildest dreams. I think he's a smart young man. So I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in that.
Only 2 weeks separate US from JakePaul stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua, and the tension is already building to absolutely insane levels.
All right, come in.
Coaches aren't meant to understand that you're tired. Coaches aren't meant to understand that you have emotions. Coaches are just supposed to look at you like you're a machine, and they just want results. I may be tired, but I just got to bite down on my gumption because if I can perform to an elite level when I'm tired, imagine what I can do when I'm depressed and I've got energy. I've been through them days where I'm looking for sympathy and you just don't get it in sport, but you don't get it. I always knew there could be the most talented fighter out there, especially in our industry. If they can't sell tickets, they can't put bombs on seats, they'll never showcase their skills to the world, no matter how good they are. And that's why I say you have to have marketability and you have to have ability. And when you bring those two worlds together, it's a recipe for success.
Joshua isn't treating this like just another celebrity matchup. He's training like a fighter ready to obliterate doubters instantly. His focus looks unshakable. 0 games, pure heavyweight destruction mode. Like this will be the easiest paycheck he's ever earned. Just walk in, land 1 nuclear punch, and walk straight out.
So I say I don't think Jake's crazy. He's a realist, he's a logical man, and he wants to fight. He wants to fight good fight. I looked at it and said, wow, this is a great opportunity to showcase myself to the whole world, and God willing, my prayers are answered and I get the job done and I hurt Jake in spectacular fashion, like get a victory. Jake called me directly. He called me. He didn't call my team. Jake called me. I said, okay, no problem, no problem. Easy money. Not easy money. We'll see. I'll let you know December 19th, December 20th.
But here's the crazy twist happening. JakePaul acts like he's legitimately earned his spot in boxing, radiating fierce confidence that screams he truly belongs alongside a former unified champion. And whether you love it or hate it, that unstoppable self-belief is his greatest weapon.
It's necessarily fair to AJ. I just know that I have the power and the timing. It's the shots that you don't see coming that knock people out. And I'm a tricky knockout artist that people don't give me enough credit for. I've won knockout of the year. So he has to be careful. And I do have the timing, the speed, and the tricks up my sleeve to be able to hit a shot on this guy that he doesn't see coming that can put him to sleep 1000%.
He genuinely thinks he can wreck Joshua's night, destroy predictions, and turn the supposedly easy paycheck into the most catastrophic mistake Anthony Joshua has ever walked into.
I think it's watching his Dubois fight, watching the Ruiz fight, even watching the Usyk fight, and when you look at it, he's lost to guys who are smaller than him. I think it's his, it's his weakness, it's his kryptonite, is the faster guys who don't get hit by his big punches. He's definitely a bit chinny. He's durable, he gets back up, he knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. But I do see holes where I can land big shots.
With all the hype exploding around JakePaul versus Anthony Joshua coming soon, Amir Khan steps up with a far more brutal warning, claiming this fight transcends entertainment. It involves genuine danger. He believes Jake's team, especially promoter Nikisa, might be forcing him into a situation that could cause permanent damage.
Well, I think Nikisa hates JakePaul because he wants him dead, I think. That's what it comes down to. Me and JB had a meeting with Nikisa and he was giving big ones, which I did not understand. He's not really like, come on. But like, he really wants to see his own friend that he calls my childhood friend hurt. That is wrong, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's chasing the money. So he's just gone straight to the money and put my man in the firing line against a heavyweight champion who can hurt him and literally cause him problems in the future.
Suggesting it feels they're chasing massive money over his long-term safety. Khan stresses that a heavyweight like Joshua can deliver real damage, the kind that lasts forever. And unlike experienced fighters who've spent years learning to take punishment, Jake comes from a totally different universe. Khan insists boxing must be respected because one perfect punch from Joshua, like the one that destroyed Ngannou, could destroy more than just Jake's boxing career.
Look, if AJ hits him with a shot like he hit Ngannou and knocked him clean out, I mean, even Ngannou would knock JakePaul out. But that just shows, like, but you can't mess with the sport. Boxing, you can't mess with boxing. Boxing is a sport that you have to respect. You're always at one punch away from getting hurt, and something bad's gonna happen one day, and they're gonna regret it. They're gonna say, "Oh, why did we take that fight?" It's not like they need the money. And if I was AJ, and so a YouTuber come to me, who's tiny, who's smaller than me, and weaker than me, and has no experience at all, you think I'm gonna say no to him?
While he acknowledges some YouTubers like Slim have displayed genuine skill, he warns this matchup enters into dangerous waters where one error could lead to catastrophic consequences for everyone watching, including the sport itself. Khan's message is crystal. The hype around crossover boxing can't erase the genuine dangers that come with facing an elite heavyweight assassin. It reminds us that boxing isn't about likes and views. It's a sport where one bad decision changes everything forever.
Ends this YouTube boxing because in a way, someone is going to get hurt badly, and this could be the fight that someone gets hurt so bad that they will never ever get sanctioned to ever fight again. You know what I mean? But it's true though, innit, bro? Like, honestly, like, the sport is tough, man. And it's hurt and damaged a lot of people that have been boxers, and let alone, and these are people that are used to taking punches and punishment.
Building on Amir Khan's worried perspective, the Talk Sport discussion continues the same conversation with a more thorough examination, highlighting both financial and competitive realities of the upcoming battle. Liam Smith reacts with excitement at the spectacle of JakePaul versus Anthony Joshua, noting that for fans of Joshua, this fight provides a straightforward, financially lucrative opportunity after years of battling elite opponents.
He's actually helping a lot of female fighters in women boxing as well by putting his promotion on, so I respect him massively. But if Anthony Joshua was to lose to JakePaul, it would be the biggest upset, travesty, whatever you want to call it, in boxing history. So he has to look past JakePaul.
Well, let's hear from Anthony talking to the media in Miami. One of the questions that was put to him was about his lengthy stint outside of the ring.
So I took 12 months out of the game, realigned my vision board, and consolidated a lot of things, trimmed down my team, and I said I need 12 months to do that, so I took 12 months out of the game. And from September 21st, if you think about it back then, to now, December, that's 3 months. So most people take about 8 to 12 weeks to prepare for a fight, so this was like a preparation for a fight.
The panel also mentions that Joshua has publicly confirmed a 245-pound fighting weight matching with his most mobile and dominant performances, and that he has recently eliminated distractions by switching trainers and relocating his preparation away from London. While there is acknowledgement for Paul's promotional genius and his contribution to women's boxing, the analysts agree that their boxing abilities remain worlds apart. They argue that if Joshua were to lose, it would be one of the most mind-blowing upsets in the sport's history. A result that would spark serious questions about his future plans as he aims to return to world title contention.
He's going to be at 225.
245.
245.
245.
But again, there's no rehydration.
No rehydration clause. 245. That was the last time that he boxed Alexander Usyk, which was back in, 2022? I believe he weighed 245. He was in training camp anyway. He was going to be fighting on the undercard of this fight on Saturday night with Devin Haney. He was going to be fighting on that undercard, 22nd, so he's in shape. His weight's down anyway, so making 245 actually...
He has to be that done.
Yeah, but that's his best weight anyway, Anthony Joshua. That's where he's more athletic, he's got more movement and whatnot. and no disrespect to Jake Paul here, you go like, you know, without looking past Jake Paul, but he could look past.
Statements about I'm ready to die in there and I'm going to bash you up and stomp all over you, give you any cause for concern about the sport?
He's a YouTuber, isn't he? So like, they want them views. His life's been about views, and taking this fight with Joshua is views for him. So even if he loses in first round, he can always say I've been in with Joshua.
Yeah.
So he's at a win-win. It's Anthony Joshua what's under pressure. He's got to knock him out.
Building on Talk Sport's worries about danger and credibility, former world champion Chris Algieri provides a realistic perspective from personal experience inside the sport. He explains that even after watching the Miami press conference, he struggles to fully believe Joshua versus Jake Paul as a real sanctioned fight, a heavyweight legend facing a beginner whose main assets are marketing and social influence rather than elite boxing ability. Algieri notes that in a legit 8-round contest with 10-ounce gloves, Joshua's power, Olympic background, and recent highlight reel destruction of Ngannou make it hard to imagine Paul surviving the first round unless strange rules or limitations are involved. He also cautions that Joshua's calm fight-week demeanor could be confidence or a deadly misread. And while some fans call Joshua chinny, Algieri rejects that narrative.
If it happens, it happens. Boxing is the wild, wild west. Anything can happen, and especially with Jake Paul and his money and his ability to make things happen, it's very, very possible. But I don't see how this fight ever makes it out of the first round. And if it does, then comes into question of, is this a real fight? I mean, have the rules set come out yet? Have we heard whether or not Anthony Joshua has to wear, his boots on the wrong feet if he can't throw his right hand, if he has to be, set up to a shock therapy if he throws punches? Is there anything said yet, or is this a real fight? Do we know?
8 rounds, 10-ounce gloves, 3 minutes.
And it's a
fighter must first land a solid shot, and Paul could not do that successfully even against the washed Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Closing the gap on a true heavyweight, Algieri argues, is the actual puzzle Paul must solve, and it's one many elite fighters have failed to answer. The discussion then pivots to legacy and consequence. Algieri rejects the hypothetical scenario of fighting Jake Paul himself, even for a massive payday, saying his career demands respect, and he will not participate in a circus for entertainment alone. Though he does not blame Joshua for accepting a profitable comeback fight following surgery and a devastating loss. Still, the stakes are greater for Joshua. Failure to finish Paul immediately would change the narrative from a recovery bout to reputation destruction. And rumors of a scripted result would circulate instantly. Algieri stresses that calling Joshua chinny ignores reality. Being dropped by world-class destroyers is not the same as being fragile to a natural cruiserweight influencer. And even if Paul connects, hurting and stopping a 240-plus pound champion is a completely different challenge than rocking a smaller retired opponent. Algieri says he will watch partially for entertainment and partially to see whether Paul comprehends the severity of this level upgrade. But he warns directly that the first genuine heavyweight grade punch Paul absorbs could end the whole experiment.
The fight, if Jake Paul offered you millions and millions, would you get in the opposite corner to him and have that opportunity?
No. No. It's a sideshow.
You're probably the first fighter to say that.
Yeah, because first of all, I had a real career, and I respect the sport, and you're not just gonna pay me, so use me to come in there and go put this fight together. I'm not an active fighter. I haven't been for almost 5 years. To come off the couch just because of an opportunity, because there's a lot of money thrown at me. Listen, I respect what I've done in my career. Listen, if we were in my career and I was fighting and training and that came up and there was a reason for it, that's a whole different thing. Even Anthony Joshua, I don't knock Anthony Joshua at all for this. He's coming off of a loss. He's coming off of an elbow injury, and he's looking to get back in. This is a perfect get back fight. 8-rounder, and I get to make a ton of money.
And after everything we've witnessed, legends predicting disaster, experts calling it a joke, and Jake Paul grinning like he just broke boxing, the clock is officially counting toward a night where somebody's whole reality gets destroyed live on Netflix. Either Joshua walks in, throws one missile, and ends this influencer era before Jake can even complete his ring entrance, or Jake Paul pulls off a glitch in the Matrix so unbelievable that boxing fans will need counseling and the internet will explode into a puddle of chaos. That's the wild excitement here. Half of us are positive this is the simplest payday of Joshua's life, and the other half is secretly panicking of watching the biggest upset since physics. If Jake can survive the danger zone for even a few rounds, he earns respect. But if Joshua lands that one clean bomb, Jake won't just go down. He'll wake up questioning why the ring suddenly has 2 moons. So, tell me your verdict. Is Jake rewriting boxing history, or is Anthony Joshua punching him back into the vlogging world? Drop your predictions, your scorching takes, your insane theories in the comments. And yo, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next.